Jambo, this is Goddess Aminette, otherwise known as Ntongwe Maluki, and today I'll be talking about the importance of fasting and ascension. Welcome. So, as you all know, our grandparents and our forefathers only used to eat mostly in the morning. They would maybe just take some, especially the little children were given some little porridge or some small sweet potatoes, and then the parents went to look for food to do the daily chores, and in the evening they would come and make one meal, and that's how we lived. This concept of eating 3 times a day, 6 times a day, snacking and all this is foreign to us. So our DNA is not used to that. And the reason that we are having so much problem and we are dying prematurely is because we are overloading our system. And we are not cleansing our bodies. We are eating the wrong foods. We are not eating proper nutrients. So the antidote to all this should be fasting. You can do intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting means that you eat from certain time to certain time. I would recommend that when you wake up in the morning, you make some fresh orange juice and you drink it between maybe just about maximum 1 liter. You drink it between 6 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. And then after 2 o'clock, between 2 and 4, you can have your one meal in the day, or latest until 6 o'clock. And then after 6, you don't eat, you just sleep. If you ate a little bit earlier, maybe at 2 o'clock, then in the evening you can maybe have a glass of milk, a snack. But also, what kind of food are you gonna eat? For us spiritual people who are interested in ascension, we have to prepare our bodies very well so that they are strong, because ascension requires at least a minimum of 10 days of fasting, 8 to 10 days of fasting, intense fasting. So before that, you have to ensure that your body is really in maximum health, you have no sickness, and your body is clean, and your body is strong to be able to endure the ascension. That's why the ascension has to be guided. It has to be guided by somebody who has gone through it, a master. For instance, like me, because I've already gone through all that. I'm an ascended master. That's why I'm Goddess Aminette. And also your servant. So, right now I'm talking about the preparation and how you're supposed to lead your life so that we can go back to living our life healthier, longer, and disease-free. Disease is not our portion. Death is not our portion. Immortality is our portion. Health is our portion. And to live in harmony with nature. So what you eat is very, very important. So your food, basically the most important thing in your body is, as I told you, oranges, vitamin C, because this is what's gonna help you absorb all the nutrients from the food that you're gonna eat. Oranges are to do with the second energy center. So eat a lot of oranges. And then we have to make sure that our iron is very high. Ogun. Iron has to be high. Ogun has to be strong. That's the defense system. So our body's iron must be at the maximum. So the foods to give you iron are the red foods, like the Maasai. They're very strong. They feast and fast. It's called lion order. So if today you eat, you're gonna eat meat, you just eat meat plain. You're not mixing it with anything, because if you mix with something else, then your body is only able to digest one item. If you eat too much, too many things mixed together, then the rest is stored as fat. That's why you see many people are having all this big tummy. There's no way you can ascend with this big tummy. There's no way you can ascend with so much food down, because all the energy is down here trying to digest all the grains and all the things that you're eating. We are not chicken. All these grains need a lot of power to grind. We don't have a grinder inside ourselves like the way chicken do. They have the gizzard. So we need to eat foods which are easily absorbed by our bodies. And we need to be light. To ascend, you need to be light. You need to have the stomach empty, the gut. The gut is God. If your gut is not healthy, then you are not able to ascend. You're having problems. So need your stomach to be empty so as to be able to ascend. So once in a week, you have to fast 24 hours. Initially, if you've never fasted, you should just do some fast with some drink. You can have some spring water, sip, just about a liter during that 24 hours, not a lot of water, just 1 liter is enough. You can make some fresh orange juice and you sip it during this time. You can have some coconut water, pure coconut water, it's very, very good. Or you can make watermelon juice during this fasting if you're you've never fasted before, if you're overweight, full of fat, you need to start your engine slowly. So the importance of fasting is that when we are fasting, our body gets time to regenerate the cells and new cells are produced. We clean our system, clean our lymphatic system, clean our blood, clean our intestines. So this is very, very important. Eat only when you're hungry. Don't say that now it's 2 o'clock, I have to eat. Your body doesn't need so much food, especially if you're not active. Just need to taste a little bit, especially once you ascend. As I told you, the ascension takes 10 days. You need to do a 3 days dry fasting. It has to be guided. Don't just go and do it by yourself. Guided. Then after that, you will do maybe an orange juice fast for 7 days. Then after all that, you will start your new lifestyle as a god and goddess. And that's why every week you will have to always maintain your level of ascension by fasting. And after you do your ascension, you become like a baby. when I told you about the crown chakra, when the crown chakra opens, you're filled with love. Love is flowing, cosmic love, not just the love that you say, oh, I'm in love with you. No, this is divine love. The purple love is flowing through you. So you're just smiling like a baby. And when you do this ascension, your body and the digestive system also becomes like a baby. You just need some soft foods or liquids. You see babies, they just drink some milk and they're fine. And also when you do ascension, you're never hungry because you've overcome your lower self. Now you're your higher self. You're like the babies. When the babies are in the stomach, they depend on breath of life. They're not eating. And so us, like the trees, we have become breath takers because once you start doing the fasting, you have to do 30 deep breaths every morning and every evening. This will be your lifestyle. You have to expand your lungs. Your lungs have to be big, bigger than your stomach. But now what do we see? Shh, shh. And the lungs are squashed. Some people cannot breathe. If you walk just for 5 minutes, you're breathless. You're killing yourself. That's why every weekend you're always barring. We have to change that. You have to walk 1 hour every day to expand your lungs. You have to breathe deep like the baby. I told you, we have to become like babies. Babies breathe from deep in here. Their crown is open. Divine love. They're just smiling. There's no judgment. They're happy. They're blessed. Breathe deep from here. This is how we are supposed to breathe until eventually we'll just be breathing that way normally. Deep breaths. So this is a serious business, serious work. And you will see when you awaken your right brain. The reason that we are fasting and ascending is to clean up our spine, to ascend the lower energies up, to ascend our kundalini, and to ascend Het Heru here, so that she can sit next to Heru. This is what the scriptures are all about. Sitting on the right side hand of God. Yes, she has to sit there, and together they rule. And this will only happen during the ascension, when you dry your body, you dry your spine, and the spinal fluid is clean and goes up, and the snake goes up, and Het Heru comes up and sits here, and they rule with wisdom, with compassion, and all your brain facility will start to work. Not right now, you're only using 10%. Your intuition, you will gain a lot of psychic power, your intuitive powers, and many other things. You can be able to before, like telekinesis and astral travel, all those things. We have a lot of capacity. You can just sit here and send your message to your mother in Africa. You're in Europe, you're sending a message to your mother, she's in Africa. Or you're in South Africa and you're sending a message to your mother in East Africa. How? Just by thought. You just say it and she gets the message, and after 1 minute you see she's calling you. Become powerful people. Brain power. We never used to use telephones, but we used to communicate. So fasting is very important. We have to stop all this putting rubbish in our body. This is your temple. Your body is your temple. You are the divine spark. You are the light. You have all the healing energy, as I told you. When you send your energy, you gain healing energy. When we are doing this posture, acknowledging our higher self, Ori. Ori is our higher self. And once we acknowledge and Ori is on the throne, then all the other gods, all the other energy centers are balanced, and we are able to manifest what we require in our lives. The reason we are having so much problems, we cannot be able to influence the rulers, is because we are weak. We don't have any brain power. But once we ascend, we become different people. And so they have to respect us. They have to listen to us, because we will have power. Spiritual power, mental power, physical power. And so we will have risen to another dimension. And so them, they are being ruled by the lower dimension. Greed, lust, accumulation, money, 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 greed, stealing, everything, land, everything, killing, they are being ruled by Satan, the lower self. We all have Satan in us, and we all have our higher selves or God. We have to overcome our lower self. The rulers, they are being ruled by their lower self. So once we ascend, we become gods, and they have to listen to us. Because once you ascend, your lower self listens to you. You overcome it. Satan is very powerful. Ogun down there. And that's why I'm telling you have to make him strong by eating a lot of Maasai order meat, milk. He's strong, but you have to overcome him. You have to overcome, because he is also your defender. Once you're sick, you need iron in your body. Ogun. It's the defense system. So everything in your body has to be strong. So you have, first of all, to be able to rule yourself, to govern yourself, before you can be able to influence somebody else, before you can be able to tell those in power, no, 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 no. Things are not going to be like this. No. And when you tell them, because they are really on the lower energies, they will listen. You will have power. You will become God, goddess. And they have no choice but to listen to you, because you're in a higher dimension. So we have a serious work. We need commitment into our lives. And when we live like this, when we are cleansing our bodies every week, fasting 24 hours, we are conscious, we are radiating love out of the world, in the world, and love is coming to us, the world changes. First of all, we have to change our inside. Our inside is a mirror, a reflection of the outside. Like I told you, when you're awakening the second chakra, this is the water chakra. You are saying, I see that I have become water. I reflect things as they are. once you awaken this chakra, everything is a reflection. If somebody comes, you see exactly who they are. So, right now, we are being ruled by the left brain. That's why male chauvinism is so much. It's all about, competition and, what can I get for myself, this and that. But now we need wisdom. The women have to awaken their right brain. First of all, the women, because the women are more spiritually powerful. And when the women awake, the whole community will awake, because the women are the mothers, they're the first teachers, they are your wives, they are your mothers. When the women awake, and that's why you see the women have been suppressed, because the ones ruling know the power of the women. And that's why I say divine feminine must rise to her position of power for balance to be restored. She is rising within through the fasting, through the ascension. So ladies, I challenge you today. You have to be very serious on your spiritual ascension, because you are the one who is holding us back from thriving. The women have to do it. They are the most powerful spiritual entity. So, and also the men also, they also need to awaken their right brain, so that now they become balanced also. They can have some wisdom. And then if you're a man and you awake before your woman has awoken, you have to have the patience to teach her. Don't try to look for a ready-made woman. Teach the women also. Like I am teaching all of you now. But ladies, it is time to take your position, to awaken your right brain, to become a goddess. All we see in the Bible, they changed it, everything is all about God, God, God. We know in the African way of life, we always had God and goddess. Where is the goddess? I challenge you to become a goddess, to fast. And once you clean your body, once you're not sick, because if your chakras are awakened, and if you go through the guidance that I will offer you, if you ask, to heal yourself, then you will be healthy and able to do the ascension. And once you do the ascension, you become a goddess. We need the goddesses, because now we are only being told about God, God, God. But as I told you, Jesus is you, the Christ consciousness. You have to awaken your Kundalini, the Son of God, solar plexus is inside you. You have to balance the moon and the sun inside you. You have to overcome your lower self and become your higher self. So nobody is gonna come from the sky, or no white man called Jesus, or no Buddha, or nobody is gonna come again to come and save you. No, 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 no. Every community has been given a messenger. Is always sent after a few times to come and awaken the people. Like I am a messenger right now for my people, if they will listen. And I am a messenger mostly for my black community. There is another messenger for the white community. There is another messenger for the Indian community, because most people, they resonate with their own people. If I go to start awakening some, maybe the Europeans, they might not listen to me, but if I'm awakening you people, my people, then you listen. And that's why you see that Jesus, the Jesus myth story, and also about the Buddha story, it's all similar story. The only thing that is different is each savior is for a different people. Asians, they have theirs. But who do us Africans have? Colonization made us embrace a white Jesus, and we forgot about the messenger who was sent for us, black people. Because the story is the same. The story is just the same. It's just different people. Buddha, Jesus, Krishna. Story is the same. And the story, when you really go deep into the story, it's all about ascension. But as I told you, the scriptures are esoteric. And nobody is going to come from the sky to come and save you. You are your own savior. You are the only begotten son. You have to save yourself. And how do you save yourself? By overcoming your lower self and rising, and sitting on the right side hand of God and ruling, awakening. Being totally conscious and awake. As when we were opening the third eye, we were saying, I am totally conscious. When you are awakening the crown, I am totally awake. We are not asleep. Most of the people now, almost 95% of the people, you see them walking in the street, but they're totally asleep. They don't know what's happening inside their bodies. They don't know what's happening around. They only see here. They don't know what's happening when they go to sleep. They're getting dreams. They don't know how to interpret them. Their eyes are open, but they don't see. And I told you about awakening your third eye. This is your intuition. When you sleep, you dream, you see everything. You see who is your friend, who is not your friend. You see who is your enemy. You get inspirations, what to do in your life, how to handle things better. You become a true God and goddess. You're awake. You're a living soul. Right now, most of the people, because of the foods they're eating, they're just zombies, Drinking, over smoking, over stimulating themselves. But once you ascend and you ascend your Kundalini, you're always high, you're in bliss, like the children, smiling all the time, in bliss. You don't need some smoke after every 5 minutes to stimulate your mind. Your mind is sharp all the time. You don't need to sleep many hours. 4 hours, you're awake. You're alert. When you dream, you remember all your dreams. You can tell somebody from A to Z, what did you dream about and what was the meaning. You're able to interpret your dreams. This is the mind power. Once you awaken your right brain. Right now, we're just like zombies, And then we watch the TV, we're programmed. more. It's called television program. You're being programmed. Try to put off that TV for 1 week. You will be amazed. You will be amazed how much the TV affects you. Once you stop watching the TV, if you've been watching the TV for so long, it's like you're in a natural meditative state. I stopped watching TV in 2008. I was in Spain doing my master's degree, and I entered, they have this shuttle trains, and I was going to school and university, and I missed my stop many times because I was in a deep meditative state. Even when people are talking around me, I could not hear them. I was deep within. And then I was like, wow, no more TV for me. Just meditate. 20 minutes in the morning, you have to meditate. As I taught you. You have to meditate in nature. Just sit and just breathe. Do some breathing exercises. And then after some breathing exercises, you can do some affirmations, as I told you. And then after that, you just sit silent, and then you just observe. Observe, just breathing naturally. Observe how the air is going. And you will see how much you will transform your life. So let's take our messengers very seriously in what they're telling us, and let's do it. And let's become better people, healthier people. If you're gonna eat fruits, you eat just the seasonal fruits. We need our heart, the heart is green, heart chakra is green, so you can also eat some, the original greens that we used to eat in Africa, like mchicha. The foods that you see, the colors of the food, they correspond with the energy centers. As I told you, all the colors of the energy centers. So to activate them, you eat just the foods that have those specific colors to activate them. You can always write to me in the comment section if you have any question, if you need more explanation, and I can be able to explain to you deeper about what is not clear for you. So, there is no savior who's gonna come from the sky. You have to shine your light to your people. As I'm shining it to you, I'm guiding you, guiding light. Because the light is inside you. When I was teaching you how to meditate, opening the third eye and the crown, we are getting the cosmic light from the cosmic forces, from the cosmos. And it is entering into our body and charging all our cells and all our body. And we become filled with light, and we become filled with healing energy. And if you take this healing energy and with good intention, you put it on somebody's skin, touch them, can heal them. You become a healer, a natural healer. So you have the guiding light. You have awakened your third eye. You can see clearly. You can understand things better. You know what's going on. So shine that light onto your people. And that's why you need to awaken your right brain, so you can use all your faculties, your wisdom, and that way you can become a true goddess, and you can be a true God and be able to guide your people. Once you ascend, then all the information in the Akashic record is available to you, and you're able to lead your people. all the deities are there for you, to serve you. The waters will listen to you. The earth will listen to you. Every living thing will listen to you. Once you awaken your higher self, you're already the most powerful. This is what you need. So my people, let's stop joking. Hunger is an illusion. Total illusion. If you're putting so much sugar into your system, this is an addiction. You need to, or if you're addicted to something, you need to awaken your second chakra. Your Herukuti needs to be awakened so that you can beat the addiction, your lower self, Saturn. All this addiction, all the sugars you're putting inside your body, they're just making you addicted. It's just the glucose which is making you addicted. And all these hamburgers and I don't know, hot dogs and all sorts of things. Those are not a kind of foods, but all these are, and bread. All these are just making you, your body blow up everywhere. Shh. That's not food. So all this addiction is a sign that we are not dealing with our emotions, and to dampen our emotions or to make ourselves feel better, we just keep putting this, but we're not hungry. Once you ascend, there's no hunger. Hunger is just an illusion. Even all these people who are all the time drinking water. I never drink water. Before I used to be, because I was programmed that way, that if I'm going to the gym, I have to carry water and I'm always sweeping. Nowadays, I can go to the gym, I can stay there for 3 hours, I'm not sipping any water. I've overcome the water. Water is H2O. H2O. Water. But the water you need in your body is H3O, which is similar to the one in watermelon. So all this other water that you're drinking is just, it's just flashing. That's why when you're drinking water, you're just all the time going to pee. You're going to pee. And when you're flashing your body like this, you're weakening your electrolytes, your electricity. You're weakening your body. You have no electricity. You've weakened, you've diluted everything. That's why it's better, if you need some water, like our ancestors used to do, they used to go and dig the roots. After maybe having a nice hearty meal of, they've slaughtered a goat and they've had it and they've eaten. Then maybe after the next day in the morning, they would go and dig some roots and they drink the natural water. You can go and take a coconut and drink that. That's H3O, which is directly absorbed into the body, full of electrolytes. You are electricity. And when you are full of electricity, even this, they are saying they're gonna bring this new wave. I don't know what is it called. It's going out from my mind, but this new connection, something H5 or something, it will not be able to affect you because your body is more electrical than this new vibration that they're gonna bring to do with the phones. I think it's called 5G. Yes, the 5G. Once your body is weak and you've washed all your electricity with all the water and the water and the water, then you're weak. But once you're drinking just the H3O, then your body is strong. If you're using the urine, I will talk about that in another session, to put on your skin before you sleep, then this also strengthens the electricity in your body. And nothing, even the electricity touch you, because you're totally electricity. You're vibrating high. So all these people who are every day, every weekend, drinking alcohol, please, this is terrible. That's why you see the youth, there is nothing going on. They are total